Hello! I'm just making this video for fun. I actually have a book somebody gifted me that has prompts on things that you can doodle, and I think it's just a book that they got for me like at Marshall's or something like that. It's called Art for Healing, and it's a sketchbook, but like I said, it does have different prompts in here for you to draw, and I'm going to be doing one today. And this is the prompt that I got for the day. So of course, if you want to create your own still life, and it recommended putting some fruit or a plant. So I just took a couple random items from my pantry to put together, which are not very traditional items probably, but I thought that it would make an interesting drawing or interesting textures. But of course, if you want to find your items and draw together, I did speed up the video because it did take me a while to draw this out and color it. And I am just drawing everything with a pen and coloring everything with some markers I had. This is something that I'm trying to get back into because I really enjoyed doing any kind of art projects or drawings and stuff like that in school. But as I became older, I definitely grew up with parents that are not into having hobbies as adults. For them, work is a big thing of who they kind of consider themselves is their job, or kind of like not having time for hobbies because of work, because you're so tired, you know? And I really do want to keep doing something that I really like and stop making excuses to not be creative, especially living in the small town that I'm living in now. There's not a lot of classes like this for adults. A lot of it is geared towards kids, but I found that I can definitely move, maybe potentially at some point, to a place like that will have a little bit more activities for that, for art for adults. But for now, I do have to find on my own ways to be creative and try not to be too, I guess not to make excuses is a good way to put it, because I don't want to say lazy. Everybody gets into their day-to-day routine. So there's times where I kind of go in and out of that. And so I try to be kind to myself and remember that it is hard to keep up on being creative because you have to work and you have your daily stresses and you have the stresses of the world. And so I really want to lean into something that can help me relax, that's healthy, and also something that can be a community, of art, or anything kind of like art therapy. To me sounds very enjoyable. So I'm trying to add a little bit of lines onto that box because it has a squiggly kind of design on it. I got a little worried because it started to look a little busy, but I tried my best. I was really interested in coloring this because I did pick very bright colors for the items, and so I knew that it was going to look pretty interesting once it was colored in. And these are just markers that the person that got me the journal got me as well. So there's like a fine point and a thicker point. But it was a pretty big package of markers, so there was a lot of options for the colors. So I think I was actually able to get pretty close on some of these colors. It's a little difficult with these because sometimes they do start to bleed when you're trying to get smaller details. But again, this is just for fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there it is, finished. I didn't put any black lines on the side of the box, but I was okay with that. It kind of started to bleed, but I thought I'm gonna put my initials and it is done. And I'll show a little comparison to the real life items. Ta-da! All right, well that is it. Have a good day and thank you for watching.